Hello and welcome back. So we have already seen why we should use Deno, right? Now before moving forward and understanding the architectural design and other security features and other things, let's give it a try and let's write some code, right? So I've made a new file called main.ts, right? And also I'll make a new file and I'll save this as main.js, right? And in the main.ts, I'll just say console.log and I'll say welcome to Deno. That's it, right? And in order to execute this, I'll say Deno run and I'll write the program name, that is main.ts, and it will compile and boom, it gives you the output. Right now I'll use the same code in main.js also, right? So let me just use this and I'll just change the extension to JS and this gets executed. Now the reason I am showing this is because, okay, so let me execute it. Otherwise, let me make a new file. I'll be making a new file called say 1.js, or else I'll say first.js. I'll be executing this code. I'll be coming here and I'll say first, and boom, it gets executed, right? So the point which I need to prove you is that you can use the Deno compiler in order to execute .js and .ts extension both, right? It will not differentiate between both of them, right? And just for the information's sake, if you execute main.ts, it will eventually spit out, the compiler will eventually compile this code into a JS file. Basically internally, see, technically what it happens is Deno says that it has got out of the box support for the TypeScript and JavaScript both, right? That means you can write both TypeScript and JavaScript code and can get results, right? And this is possible and I've shown you a demonstration of it, right? So let's go to the documentation and let's see what more we can do. So if I come to the documentation, as first step, you can see we have written this console log statement. Right now I'll show you a very interesting approach. Now I'll come here, I'll come to my standard library, right? And in the examples I'll go to say welcome ts file, right? And I'll take this URL, right? And I'll directly come here and I'll say Deno run and I'll paste this URL and I'll run this. And boom, you can see it gives me an output. And if you go to this URL, you will see that this is the output this URL splits out, right? So you can also run Deno programs directly using a web link or a URL, right? Now, apart from this, there are many small parameters like args and other browser APIs like listeners, fetch, window object, many other things, right? I will not be talking about these things as of now, but in the near future lectures, you will be seeing that we will be using this as we proceed further, right? But just for now, in order to show you one thing, I can show you one thing that I can come here and I'll say const val is equal to deno.args and I'll just take the first value, right? And in this I will say val, right? And I'll save this. Let's come here and execute the ts file and I'll pass a value called Deno, or else I'll say first program, and boom, you can see it got concatenated in the string and it was splitted out. Now this is just very simple dummy code I'm trying to demonstrate. I am not trying to prove you that how we can write complex app as of now. We will be doing that as we proceed further. We'll be making APIs, we'll be making to-do list app, we'll be making complex app, keeping into consideration the security and everything. But for now, this is it for starting up for your first app, right? So see you in the next video now.